take a look at the solo for Speak by Queensryche off of Operation Mindcrime. This is by Michael Wilton. I've done some other Queensryche stuff featuring Chris DeGarmo, so I felt like Michael really needs to get his due here. He's an underrated player, perhaps a bit more technical even than Chris DeGarmo was. And this solo might be Michael's a masterpiece in terms of his guitar solos. Just so well put together, very unique and original. It has that Michael Wilton stamp on it. So we're going to get to that in just a second. Make sure in the description below I've got the tab and the jam track for this so you can try it out yourself. There's also a free sweep picking guide down below. And finally, before we get cracking here, please subscribe, ring the bell, give it a like. So let's get going on this. Now, we're in the key of A here, and we're in standard tuning. All right, so we're going to start out using some open strings, and it starts out like this. Okay, so we're going to start out with the open D string, and then we're going to play 14 on the D string. So open D, and then we're going to play 16 on the G. Then we're coming back to that open D, 14, and then to 17 on the G. And we're alternating between those, so it sounds like this. And this is alternate picked here. Alright, so the opening does that. Let's see. Right before we go into the scale line, we play open and then 14, and then right into the bend on the 15th fret on the B string. We're going to bend this up a whole step, release it, pull off to 13, and then rebend it and add vibrato. Okay, now we're going to go into the first fast run here. Very legato here. Play 13 and then on the B, and then pull off from 15 to 13. Slide back to 12, hammer on 13, pull off to 12. Then we're going to play 14G, 12B, back to 14G, 12G. So okay, then we're going to play 14G. We're going to start working our way down the scale here with these pull-offs, hammer on, slide. So it's 14, pull off to 12, slide to 11, hammer on to 12, pull off, slide to 9, pull off from 11 to 9, 12 on the D, and then 10 on the D as well. So that whole run should sound like this. Quicker. And that's a good run just to keep working on until you can get it smooth. You could add the bend at the beginning of that so you get the whole lick. Then we're going to hang on this note just for a second. And then we're going to play 9 on the D, and then 10 on the A. Like that. Add vibrato to the note on the 10th fret A string. Okay, and then we're going to play little mute here. We're going to play 12A. This little idea here. 12A, 10D, 12A, 10D, and then we're going to play 12D, 10D, 12D. So, and we're just muting that. Okay, so here's the whole thing so far. Now we're going to do an artificial harmonic. And then if you have a bar, you're going to just dip it a little bit. This is right at the 9th fret on the G string. Like that. Gotta hit it just right to get it. I've seen some people try and play it here. It's the same note, but I've watched some video of Michael playing it, and it looks like he's playing it at the 9th fret. So like that, okay? And that'll take us to our next phrase. So here it is slow up to that point. Okay, now we're going to play another open string idea. Okay, we're playing open G and then 9 at the G string, then 10 at the B, and then we're going to switch between that and the 9th fret and the 10th fret on the 9th fret G, 10th fret B. So like this. And this is all alternate picked as well. Okay, and now we're gonna play this. Right there, we're gonna switch. Okay, so now we're at 12th fret G. And then we're using the open string there too. Okay, so it's 12 on the G, 14 B, 12 open, 12 G, 15 B, and then the same thing, and then 16. So we're kind of climbing chromatically here. Let me show you how that fits together with the previous lick. One more time. Now, I would recommend going to the tab and make sure you're hitting all the right open strings and everything there, just to get that correct. That leads into this position shift again. So we're going to play 20 on the B string, bend that up a whole step, release it, and add a vibrato. And here comes our next fast lick. 16th note triplets. Okay, so this lick is just from the A minor pentatonic scale, using a pentatonic sequence with hammer-ons and pull-offs. So it should sound like this at a medium tempo. Probably heard that before, but this is pretty ripping. And then coming out of that, it's 19D, 17G, 19G, bend up 19 a whole step, and then come down to 19 with vibrato. Just follow the tab on that fast lick there. That's a pretty standard lick, so I'm not going to go through all the numbers there. So that's the whole thing up to that point. Now to end the solo, we have this little melodic idea here from the A minor scale. So we're playing, that's 12-13 on the high E, 15B back to 12 high E, 15 and 13 twice on the B string, and then we're going to play we're going to play 12, 13, 12 on the B, 14G, 12B, 14G, 12G, 14G. Now we're going to bend up 14 a whole step, and then while it's bent, pick it and then lower it. Then play 12 on the G, and then play 11G, 12G, back to 11. Okay, so this last run is it's a little vibrato there on 11. Okay, and then the finale, this really cool run here, more open strings. Super cool. Okay, so it's open D string, 10th fret D string, and then play 12 on the G. Open D, 10D, 11 on the G. Just that much, and then we're going to switch to the open G string and play open G, then 12th fret G, 15B, open G, 12th fret G, 14B. So we have, now we're going to play open B, and so it's another position shift. We're going to play open B, followed by 14B, and play 17 on the high E. Then we're going to play open B, 14B, 15 on the high E. Repeat that, and then to end it, it's just open B, 14, and then right to 17 on the high E with a bend up a whole step to end it. Nice vibrato there. So that's slow, that whole lick, the whole ending lick. This took me a little while to get down just because it's unorthodox, really tricky. Super cool lick that he came up with. The whole solo is really genius in a way, and I'm really impressed when I start digging into it. I always loved listening to it, but digging into it, it's like, wow, this is really cool. Okay, so let me attempt to play the whole thing at a medium tempo for you. Here we go. And the last chord. By the way, the rhythm on this is super cool too. I'm going to be doing a 5 Operation Mindcrime riffs you got to know very soon. So if you're watching this video, there's a good chance that video is also out as well, or it will be coming in the next week or so. All right, this is a killer riff, great song, great vocal, just the masterpiece of an album, right? It's like every time I listen to this, I'm just like, the more time that goes by, the more impressed I am with how good Operation Mindcrime is. And of course, I love Rage for Order too and some of the earlier albums, but Man, what a great masterpiece with so many great tunes, great playing. The interaction between Chris DeGarmo and Michael Wilton was phenomenal back then. So kudos, Michael Wilton, on a great solo. Make sure, again, and check the tab in the description, as well as the jam track and the free Sweet Picking Guide, Sweet Picking Boot Camp. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Rock on.